lot of kids heading to the fields for the first time as well.
That's right. There's a lot happening at home right now. A lot of parents getting their kids ready to head back to school. We're talking about, you know, the things that they'll be looking forward to, including sports. And for many kids, that's kind of all they live for, right? But sometimes our athletes, they just don't feel like hitting the field. Or maybe at one point they aren't or even can't perform at their best. What can you do when that happens? Adam Berry is the founder of Mindset Sports Psychology, and he has some great tips for parents and kids to get their head back in the game. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, what is sports psychology exactly?
Sports psychology, I work with athletes who are looking to get past an issue that's preventing them from performing at their peak.
Okay.
And so we get together and I work with them on certain different things depending on what they're struggling with.
Okay, and what age athletes do you work with?
Anything from high school up to professional and elite.
All right. And you know, parents watching right now, and we've all struggled with it. We encourage our kids to get involved in sports. At some point in time, it's inevitable. Something happens. They don't want to go. They don't want to go to practice. Something is happening. How can we help them get over that hump?
I think the first thing you need to do is to understand why they're not enjoying it. Is it burnout that they've just done so much that they can't do it anymore? Is it lack of motivation? Is it that they're just not interested in the sport? Is it that they've got a coach who is, putting them under too much pressure, or the parents putting them under too much pressure? And then, work out what the cause is, and then, finding a solution is that much easier.
Yeah. Do you think parents put too much pressure on their kids?
Yes.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah. It's the #1 problem.
Really?
Yeah. A study showed recently that 70% of athletes give up sports by the age of 13, and the main reason is because of the pressure the parents put them under.
Okay, so let's forget about helping the kids. Let's help the parents for a second here. What would you like to say to those parents out there who maybe are just a little over the top?
Be positive. Be positive to your child. It's a sport, it's a game, and kids look at sports and games differently than adults do. The adults sometimes they're looking at a scholarship or to make them turn professional. The kid isn't looking at that.
Right.
They're looking to enjoy, to be with their friends, to just do something which they get enjoyment from, which isn't school.
Right.
And sometimes the parents look at it in a different way and put too much pressure.
I agree, but I have to tell you, as parents, part of our job too is to encourage them when they are kind of going through that slump. I don't, it's like, I know you guys know what I'm saying here. It's like, I just paid, $1,200 for you to take this whole season, and now you don't want to go anymore. At what point do you say, you're going, and buck up, or, okay, I get it?
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, you made a commitment and you have to honor the commitment. I think that's a good life lesson. I think that, to talk to them and find out exactly why they're struggling with not wanting to go. Is it that they're being bullied? Is it that the coach is just, yelling at them all the time?
Right.
And perhaps to understand that will help them,
Okay,
get past it.
but then do you go talk to the coach and say, hey, stop yelling, but that's kind of their job?
That's difficult. That's a difficult situation because you don't want to overstep the parents' role.
So are you saying that maybe we encourage our kids then to take care of it
I would
themselves?
say so. I think to encourage, to find out what the situation is, and perhaps if it is a yelling coach, have the kid, either teach them how to deal with it better, or perhaps just have the child talk to the coach and on one-on-one and just say, look, I'm struggling with you shouting at me. I think I would do a lot better if, you just either let me get on with it or a couple of words of enthusiasm.
Do you do your psychology on parents as well?
I do, actually, sometimes.
Okay, all right. Well, Adam, thank you so much. This was really, really good information. Of course, we have more information about Mindset Sports Psychology on our website, sonoranliving.com. Thank you.
You're welcome.